In October of 2014, HuffPost Live interviewed 3 female supporters of Gamergate, one of whom was Gemma Morgan, who had an exchange with Ricky Camilleri in which she passionately rejected the idea that feminist analysis belongs in games.
I'm a film buff. I read movie reviews all the time. The majority of movie reviews that I read come to it with academic, intellectual lenses in the approach to their reviews, be it feminist.
Now, the problem with injecting feminism into gaming is that it's a strong ideology that's already got a predetermined conclusion that women are oppressed, that there is such a thing as the patriarchy.
Why would any woman, in particular a woman who identifies as a gamer, reject the feminist narrative? Is she mad? Does she have internalized misogynies? What's going on in Gemma's mind? First of all, Gemma, like all gamers, likes games. So what makes a game appealing to a gamer? A game sets up a clear goal, equips the gamer with immediate consequences to their actions as well as larger consequences in the overall game world, and offers opposition to generate a sense of achievement. The commodity games trade in is consequence. The consequence can be as simple as a point or as complex as a novel's worth of character development, but the end goal is a set of consequences gamers can buy. And how do gamers judge games? By how well those games present consequences, which makes action taking meaningful and makes everything else but the gamer taking action fade to the background. That's getting lost in the game. Games are monetized consequences. Remember that. Games are monetized consequences.
Well, do you know what? I'd like to just point out one thing with this whole thing. Why do you think the opposition keeps using the word misogynist?
Why does Ricky use the word misogyny? What's going on in Ricky's head? Let's look at the word misogyny. There are 2 sides to the word misogyny. On the one hand, it demands that men's actions be judged by their effect on women. On the other, it also defines women, primarily as a point-scoring system for men's actions. Women become a mere consequence for men. In order to turn women into consequences, you have to erase their actions by reducing them down to victims in every conceivable circumstance. Enter feminists like Ricky doing exactly that. Listen to Ricky attempting to get female gamers to submit to women's proper role as moral measuring stick with the term equality in gaming.
Just a quick answer, because I want to get the 3 of you to say this out loud. Gemma, do you support equality for women in the gaming industry, and do you think it's an important conversation to have, and that the anti-gamergaters and pro-gamergaters can really come together on this one issue that they really both seem to support?
And if you question any particular instance of a feminist reducing women down to victims, you're a misogynist. You're the most vile person imaginable, someone who doesn't see women as moral measuring sticks. Feminism's vision of gender apartheid is so extreme it would give fundamentalists in the Sudan cold feet. It's so profound you might as well call men and women not just different species but different categories of existence entirely. Men are animals, women are points. Remember that phrase, monetized consequence? Men will pay a lot of money to feel like their actions have consequences. For example, hitting a patron donate button in order to save a damsel from mean tweets. The word misogyny enables feminists like Ricky to not just justify attacking a community, it also justifies reducing women like Gemma from a gamer exploring the consequences of her own actions to this. A very lucrative game piece. Feminists like Ricky turn women into a series of consequences men can buy. A point-scoring system for men. A game that men play for eternity. Gamers don't want to keep women out of games. Feminists want to keep the gamer out of women. Can you understand why a female gamer might be slightly offended by this?
Think about
okay, Gemma, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm going to get to you specifically on this in 1 second. I just want to see if there is a common ground between the anti and the pro on this one particular issue. It seems like there is.
But that's the problem. You keep moving this goalpost to say it's about women, and This has nothing to do with women. It is about journalistic integrity, and this is what's important. Women are not important in this conversation about ethics.
Oh my, Gemma, did you just cock-block Ricky? Are you saying that women's actions should be judged and have consequences just like men's? That women aren't just a consequence to men's actions? I don't think Ricky's going to respect that.